Welcome back, guys. This is part 9 of my Bioshock Platinum walkthrough. Just before we begin, just make sure difficulty is still on easy and disable Vita Chambers is still set to on. Now, similar to the last part, there's a few things I loot just because most of the time they always have some enzyme samples inside. But other than them few things, I don't loot anything else except for bodies. Enemies that I kill. Enemies that I kill, basically, I normally quickly loot them afterwards. So you just make your way through here. Got these first few enemies. Houdini splicers. You always want to try and loot them because they normally drop. Something good. But further you go into the game, the rarer the materials you find, most enemies should drop anyway. So quickly through here, there's going to be an audio log. Yeah, I'm coming through this pretty quick now. So the storage crate is in here. Ryan takes F futuristics. Yeah, it's in that square crate, guys. So just make sure you loot that when you come past. Yeah, every level is going to be like this, just about. But in this one, we are, like I said, we are looting a few containers. But after this, we'll not be looting anything. We'll just be going straight through looting corpses, enemies we killed. So here's another audio file, scoping the gate. Just over here near this vending machine and the Vita chamber, which we do not know what the Vita chambers do because we've never used one. Now they're basically like an autosave. If you die, you just respawn from them. So there's a security camera there. If you're quick getting through there, it shouldn't get a chance to notice you and set off the alarm. As long as you're quick, come over there, press that switch. Now you got to wait for the dialogue to finish now. So I'm just going to loot these bodies while we're waiting. And this corpse here hanging up, there's an audio file on him stopping Ryan. Yeah, so this body hanging up on the right side as you look towards that lever we pulled, and it's the first body on the right side. So stopping Ryan audio file. And then the body at the end, the glowing yellow, that's got an enzyme sample and it's got the going to heat loss audio file. That's like story related, that's why it's glowing yellow. Yeah, so going to heat loss. So there's two audio files on the hanging bodies there. In this room you got a tonic frozen field number 2. That's just on this desk. There we go. And just on the desk beside it you got another audio file, a man or a parasite. That's in this room here. And that's basically all there is. So you're basically waiting for that dialogue to finish, and then once the dialogue is finished, basically enemies will start cutting through this door that's been welded shut. So I'll be ready to destroy them as soon as they appear. There you go. As soon as they knock that through, I'm just going to shoot a frag grenade at them. So you got these two punks, and just going to loot the bodies. Then you've got a corpse off a Big Daddy here. There you go, and loot him. You can loot the Big Daddy corpse as well if you want to. And then just make your way through this corridor. Yeah, some enemies do try and jump on you from behind as you come through here. There's quite a lot of story objectives here where you sort of have to get something and run back and get something else, then go somewhere else and collect something from there, and then go back to the first place. There's a lot of places like that here. So you've got a Rosie here. Oh, sorry, a bouncer. Yeah, that was a bouncer. Yeah, so a bouncer there, and so I'm taking my pictures, and then a little sister there. If you remember on the level beforehand, you should have got all the research done for the bouncers on that level. So you shouldn't need to take any more there. That's assuming you've done it. Yes, you've got the elite bouncers on this one. And there's an audio file there that I just picked up, so make sure you grab that audio file just on the corner there. And then remember where you kill the bouncers on this level. Remember where you kill them, because later on you need to loot their corpse. And there's a camera up here which is going to destroy. Yeah, and if their corpse, yeah, running short on R34s, yeah, that's an audio file just below that camera. Yeah, with the Big Daddy corpses, if they do disappear, there should be like a lockbox in place where the body has disappeared, and that lockbox will have the loot they had, because later on you need to loot their corpses for and for basically an R34 component. So it's another bounce layer I'm going to picture. Like I say, I have done this on the previous level, but I'm just showing you some on here as well. And he's getting out a little sister. There you go. Once you've done that, I'm just going to finish him off and then take pictures of the little sister. And I've maxed the little sister there, fully researched the little sister. Yeah, that should be little sister number 2. I think there's 3 little sisters on this level. If you go through this at a slightly different speed as me, they'll probably spawn in a different place, so just bear that in mind. In here we've got another audio file, device almost finished, in the lower workshop here. I'm going to get rid of these turrets. And there's a little hatch here, and just through this crawl space door is another audio file. There we go, market maintenance code. Yeah, market maintenance code on that one, and then we'll leave the hatch, leave back out, and we're going to basically head towards the end of this sort of lower workshop area. So come around here and you'll find another audio file on this corpse of the dream. He died living the dream, chasing the dream I should say. Didn't quite pan out, did it? So you got another Big Daddy corpse there that's going to loot. And this hatch right in the corner at the end, in here you've got the assembling the bomb audio file, you've got the damage research tonic, and you need to grab an audio file story related. So assembling the bomb, there we go, that's the damage research. Assembling the bomb, grab that, and there'll be dialogue. Right, and now we're going to start making our way back out of the workshop. Once this dialogue is finished, basically like some new objectives will appear where you can loot the R34 components from the Big Daddies and some other things. So remember where the Big Daddies are, like them 2 Big Daddies we've killed so far, remember where they are, because we need to loot them later once this dialogue is finished and the objectives become active. So just making our way back out here now, and then we're turning left, coming down these steps, and then sort of coming underneath the steps, turning back on ourselves and making our way right down to the bottom here. There'll be a spider slicer and an audio file just on this desk, impossible anywhere else. That's just at the bottom of the core. Just grab that and then make your way up. And you see this here, quarter can of ionic gel. Make sure you grab that. You'll only be able to grab it once that dialogue's finished. So a quarter can of ionic gel. Just kill that enemy there, and then we'll come in here. There's nothing story related down here, by the way, heat loss monitoring. There's just a few collectibles we need to get. So make your way through here. Yeah, the lights will keep going out. Yeah, the lights will keep going out. Just keep making your way down. And once you get to the end here, these 3 enemies will animate, so just rid them of their life and loot them. And in this area you should find the last Big Daddy. It might not necessarily be in this first part you come to, but sort of in this area. There you go, and there's little sister. So at this point I've actually got all the research. I got a little sister research not long ago, and I did actually do the bouncer in the last level, if you remember. Over here we've got a second ionic gel that we need. So that'll be 2 off 2, that's story related, and just next to it is a file, Kaibu's door code. Make sure you grab that. Yeah, when it comes to the bouncer, I guess we could have come onto this level and then farmed the bouncers on this level. But I like to do it on the last one because I know exactly where the bouncer is going to spawn and stuff. And once you get down here, yeah, just kill them 2 enemies before they sort of get a chance to start teleporting. One's a Houdini, and here's another audio file, genetics arm race. That's in the lower heat loss monitoring in the part that's flooded. Yeah, that crate sometimes got enzyme sample, that's why I had a look inside it. We should be getting some enzyme samples from enemies. So you got another audio log here, getting a break, and another tonic security evasion number 2. Yeah, so getting a break and security evasion number 2. This crate, you got 2 enzyme samples. I find that one's always got enzyme samples in. I could have just been lucky, but every time I've probably looted that about 10 times, and it's always had enzyme samples inside. So that's all we need to do in this sort of lower heat monitoring area. Yeah, there's nothing still related in there. That ionic gel, you can actually get one outside when you're making your way back up the core. Yeah, you don't have to come in here just for that. There's just them main collectibles in there that we needed. Right, so once you're back out here, there's going to be a gift here, and we're going to get from this. Yeah, this is a Gatherer's Garden. Going to get 200 Adam, of course. And then here we're going to buy the final slots that we need. So that's the final physical tonic slot and the final engineering slot. And you'll get a trophy there. Maxed all tracks. Maxed all tracks. Not going to buy anything else. And just behind the Gatherer's Garden is a audio file, Assassin. And you also got an upgrade station just opposite it, Power to the People. Obviously just upgrade what's the last thing you upgraded. So got 3 fully upgraded weapons now. So now we're basically making our way back to where the bomb was. There's another ionic gel just down on the left, did you see it? Yeah, but first of all we just need to loot. If you remember, I did kill that first Big Daddy here. So got an R34Y cluster from him. You see that little lockbox? That's where the Big Daddy was. And he's despawned and left that in his place. So that's the R34. I got an R34 from that Big Daddy I killed just before in the heat loss monitoring. And there's one we killed in here. And if you remember, there's that corpse that was next to the where you assemble the bomb. Yes, remember we killed a Big Daddy here, and there's the lockbox for it, R34Y cluster. And I'm not sure if you remember, there was a Big Daddy corpse at the start as well, by the way, if you remember. So if you are still short of an R34, you can find a corpse of Big Daddy back at the top of the core, if you remember, where we found, where we threw that lever to begin with. So I just picked out a body to set up for the tripwire. So you got a second upgrade station here in Kai Bird's office. You got a second upgrade station. And this desk here, there's a little switch on the side. Can you see that little switch? Intriguing switch. Yeah, if you're intrigued, press it. And you got an audio file. Great chain moves swiftly, or was it slowly? This filing cabinet, I find that always has an enzyme sample, and then grab the nitroglycerin from that little chamber. And basically we've got all the audio logs now basically, so I'm just showing you every audio log you should have. Yeah, that's everyone that you should have. Yeah, nitroglycerin. Yeah, so once you've got everything in there, make sure you've got everything. And make our way back now, and we'll loot that final corpse on the way back, get the final R34, there we go. R34Y cluster, 4 off 4. Yeah, back into this little hatch. And there's the EMP bomb. Yeah, so I've just interacted with it, and then quickly looted that area quickly while I'm waiting for the dialogue. So I can pick it up, there we go. Yeah, I don't know why, but for the rest of the game, I keep having text appear on my screen saying to collect the EMP bomb. Some sort of glitch occurred for me. So there'll be a few enemies on your way out. But it's nothing, you won't break a sweat over them. Yeah, basically making our way back out to the sort of core, the outer catwalks, and we're heading into the middle sort of door now, and where we can place the bomb. Yeah, so back out here to the core.
I send you.
And we're going to make our way down here now. And back down to this room here, the geothermal control. Come in here, now you have the bomb. Just come straight through into the back room. Hack these turrets and control them, or zap them and then hack them. Zap and hack. And then once you've done them, we're going to come over here and turn this valve. I'm just waiting for the dialogue to finish, so I just did a bit of looting while I'm waiting. You will get attacked here, so you can either stop and kill the enemies when they spawn in, or you can just keep hacking it like I am and let your turrets kill them. Obviously, if you're on a high difficulty, you'll need to keep stopping to get rid of the enemies. But EC, you can just stand here. Basically, that component in the middle that's rotating, once it's facing you, the hole is facing you, that's basically where you need to rotate it to. Oh, look at him, he tried to help you. Oh no, he's still there, he's trying to help you before, turn the valve. That's nice of him. It's alright mate, I've got this. I think he struggled with them hooks. So I'm just going to get rid of these final enemies. Look at him casting fire. Right, once it's done, you can bring the lift down. Or it should come down by itself, then go inside. We'll be getting the last tonic in a minute. It's one more tonic on this level. Yeah, in here there'll be a flashback, and then just wait for a minute during the flashback, otherwise you may run past the tonic. There we go. Shorten alarms number 2. Yeah, shorten alarms number 2. Make sure you grab it. And then activate lift control. And once your lift gets to the top, you can place a bomb and then get the hell out of here. There you go. Would you kindly place that bomb on there? There you go. Place. Right, now we need to go back to where that lever was. See, it still says pick up the completed EMP bomb on the screen. And it keeps saying that for the rest of the game. What a nasty little glitch. Luckily nothing harmful happened. Yeah, so just making our way back up now to where we first took that switch and the hanging corpses were hanging around, I guess. And we got 2 audio files from them. Yeah, there's that corpse. So if you needed an extra R34Y cluster and you couldn't find the Big Daddy. If you've not got that last little sister, by the way, you do want to find it before you come up here. So you may want to be go down to the core, run around in them lower areas until you find the Big Daddy. So I flick that switch and then I'm just looting this stuff while I'm waiting for the door to open. There we go, it's open now. And that is it. You can head to the next area. Yeah, so I'll just show you again guys, that's all the audio files. "17 audio files you should have altogether, 17. And then there we go, Rapture Control. Now, Rapture Control being the next part, but I'll just make you aware now, there are some missable trophies here because you cannot revisit this part, so make sure you watch my next video before you begin Rapture Central Control. Right guys, that's it for that part. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video.